be in a loop. She be in a loop. Brody when I'm friends. Don't alley loop.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It is your girl Sierra, guys, and today, y'all, we are going on a field trip. So y'all come with me while I chaperone Kendall's end of the year field trip, class field trip. Okay, all right, y'all, let's get it. Hi. Hi. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work keeping an eye on these kids around this water. I don't know what I was thinking. We're going aboard the Harbor Queen.
Owned by the same family, the Sands. They owned it for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's only like the last 10 years by the Prince before. Now behind, this is like a warehouse. See up top? There's a hook. So they would bring the tobacco in from the ships were right in front of that building. The market house was there back then too. And that Middleton Tavern, that was there too. But it wasn't a tavern at the time. It's still the older part, the newer part on the right from the 1900s. So as we walk, you can notice the difference in the bricks. Elections, you know, when there's elections, the reason you elect these people so that if there's laws later on that pass through the House and the Senate, that you believe that the new part of
the season we watched with the girl, with the one girl that was like phone and she was like the intentional president.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And listen to this king anymore. They wanted to make their own rules and their own laws, and that's what they signed. And because of that, it was a big risk they took because they were very well-established people. So the names are Papa, Chase, Stone, and Carol. Just so you remember. That's why he's signed. So up here is the dome that you saw. That's the inside. And then this stairwell was to the second floor. Back then, women were not allowed to be on the main floor where all the men were doing business. They had to be up on the balcony. So this is all about George Washington when he was here for those 11 months. We had the U.S. Capitol here. But before he was president, he was in charge of the army. And for 8 years, that's how they got their independence. And Washington, right here, is in the seat, had just won the war with the English. And the last battle was at Yorktown. And that's when they won. Okay, and that's it. And the gentleman behind him is from Maryland. His name is Kendell Tilton. Harriet Tubman on my right, and on the left is Frederick Douglass. Children about your age decided to raise money to have a silver service for a ship called the USS Maryland. And so this is what happened. And there was a local Baltimore silversmith that had this all done. The flag right here, the flag is the coats of arms of the Calvert and Crossland family. So this man here, George Calvert, he was the first man to buy the land here. The king liked him and offered him this land. And see how this is right next to him? Because Calvert, that's his coat of arms for him. And his father came from his father. His mother was a Crossland. That's the main name of his mother. And this is the Crossland coat of arms. So that's how we got our flag, through this gentleman who's the first one to purchase land. He had a contract, but he actually never made it here. He died, and his son, Cecil Calvert, inherited it. So Thurgood Marshall was the gentleman that's right here that we salute and that we have a statue for. He was born in 1908, and he was a colored man, and he was a very good student. He wanted to become a lawyer, but the school that he chose was University of Maryland, and University of Maryland did not accept colored people back then. So he had to go to Howard. So as soon as he graduated from Howard, he went to court, and he used another gentleman by the name of Murray B. Pearson, who also wanted to go to University of Maryland, and they went to court and they won. So that's because of him. All the schools, well, I started at university. The universities were opened up. This is in the 1900s, and they won. And then they did the same thing for public school for everyone. It's Brown versus Board of Education. So he became a Supreme Court justice in 1967, and that's the highest honor you can have as an attorney and a judge. And he stayed till usually they stay until they die, and he died in 93, so he was at the highest level of the U.S. Supreme Court for almost 30 years.
Alright, y'all, we are finally back home. Well, we're not home yet, but we close to home. We had a good, it was a very educational tour. A lot of that stuff I did not know. I'm leaking my name and whatnot. What about you, Kendall? How did you feel about
What do you mean you're leaking your name?
Because it was on my visitors, my chaperone sticker.
Everybody knows your name is Sierra.
I know they didn't know my last name. Huh?
Who would care about your last name?
You never know. You never know. People be doing crazy stuff out here. But we had stopped and got us some
Food.
Yeah, we got some food before we went home because it's been a long, long day. And quite frankly, I do not feel like cooking when I get in the house.
Hopefully not.
Here you go. Yes.
Where's my zesty balls?
We got straws. There you go. We got some Chick-fil-A, y'all. There you go. Did you enjoy the boat ride?
Yes.
It was quick. But it was cool.
It was sure it feel like quick.
It didn't seem like it was fast?
No. Because it kept slowing down.
What did you learn today on the tour?
I don't know.
You ain't learn nothing? You ain't learn nothing at all.
All I heard was Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass.
What about Thurgood Marshall?
Who's that?
That was the statue outside they were talking about from the schools and the
You
law
mean-
office.
Thomas Stone?
No, Thurgood Marshall. I don't want that there. That looks like it's gonna spill. Cause you the spiller type. Here you go. There you go.
Well,
Yeah, they talked about the presidents. They talked about that building is still being used. It's still like that's the state building where they make the laws for the state. The governor's house. We saw the governor's house. Annapolis is the capital of Maryland, guys. For those who thought that DC is the capital of Maryland, it's not. Annapolis is the capital of Maryland. We're just that close. We're 10 miles from DC. Annapolis is 10 miles. You about to spill. What you trying to do?
Take the tomatoes out.
Oh, you don't like tomatoes? I could have told them no tomatoes. Show them how you make your little zesty bucket. This how he make his deluxe sandwich, y'all. Jeez, hold on. He put the zesty buffalo sauce all over the sandwich. It ain't spicy enough, he said. Yeah, that but it was cool. It was a nice little experience, a nice little tour. I didn't know that was what we was expecting to do, honestly. I just chose to go because of the boat situation. I wasn't comfortable sending him on a trip requiring him to be on a boat without me being there. You know, I'm a little protective, like
Overprotective.
I could be overprotective.
Way too overprotective.
That's not way too overprotective. That's just being cautious.
Listen, you wouldn't even let me.
What? I heard you what? What did I say?
Go up to my friend.
Go up to your friend what? What? He's just talking. Cause he can't even say what you talking about. He's trying to think of something.
I am.
But yeah, guys, that was our trip, our field trip for today. It was very nice. The kids was very excited to be a part of the vlog. Yeah. So until next time, you good, Ken? Say bye. See y'all. Deuces. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All right, y'all. We back because we got to shout out some people.
Okay, so these are the people who asked me for a shout out: Kenneth, Max, Maddie, Anastasia. Did Mackenzie ask? Mackenzie.
The ones that was on the upper deck. I forgot.
Oh, wait. Oh, Madison. Who else?
They were on the upper deck. The ones that was on the upper deck.
I feel like Julian asked, but if he did it, he's still getting shout out. Julian. Already said Kenneth. Logan.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. So guys, thank you guys for participating in the vlog. Thank you guys for watching the videos and subscribing and being in connect with us on YouTube. So yeah, until the next video, guys. Deuces.